We are live. This is the Ultimate Horror Giveaway presented by The Fetus. I'm your host, Joe Lam, writer director of the horror comedy The Fetus. We have our other host, Ali Dylak, who
Hi
is
guys.
from Dylak Horror Media. So she handles our social media and also our conventions and messaging you guys and all that good stuff. So we have a great show for you tonight. We do this every single month, so I'm really excited about it. We have a couple special guests that we're going to bring on. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. And how this goes, if this is your first time jumping on, we do this monthly giveaway of a bundle of horror items that are could be from your favorite horror movies that you know and love, or sometimes there's some obscure ones that you haven't heard of. But it's this entire bundle, and it changes every single month. And as long as you enter on our website, which is ultimatehorrorgiveaway.com, then you just put in your name, your email, you get entered, and every single month you are put into the random drawing to win. And we announce it live on this show every single month around the first of the month. And so we also, during these lives, we do 3 mini giveaways of horror items that are literally pull out from the grab bag. I think we're calling it the swag bag. That's from
Yeah, I think that's what Brett decided we're calling it. It's a swag bag.
Brett Wagner called this the swag bag because you can see how full it is. Okay.
I mean, what can you say when Leatherface says it's the name? It's the name.
Yeah, it just fit, right? And although we were supposed to have Brett Wagner on tonight, he is at a horror convention, and they needed to pull him for some other duties. So unfortunately, he's going to come on next time. So he's not on here tonight. We blasted it out to our email. We have now a growing list of 16,000 plus email subscribers, which is really awesome. It continues to grow. And but we do have some special guests, like I said. The first one that's going to come up around the 15-minute mark is one of our actors from The Fetus. His name is Steve Sapienza, actor, stuntman, and he's going to share his experience as well as a little bit about this thing right here. Okay, of what happened to him in the movie.
What is that? Oh wait, I know, but still,
Steve is in the back room right now, backstage of our live, and so it's probably the first time he's seen that since we shot the film a couple years ago. So
I didn't even know you had that. To be fair,
so I pulled that out of the closet. Yeah,
you did. I saw the video you posted, and I was like, wait.
Yeah. Also, our second guest tonight is Rob Fleck, and he's the owner of Phoenix Comics Toys. We're going to be sharing about a new product that he has created for us, which is really awesome. A bunch of figurines. So I'm excited to share that. He's going to talk about the process of what it was like to create these toys, what inspired him. And he does it for a bunch of other horror films as well. So we're going to get all into this. But Ali, before we really get going with the guests, I just want to ask you, what did you think about Obsession? We're going to do a little bit about just, what's been going on with some of like the craze of that film right now. So what do you think about it?
My husband and I are torn. I loved Obsession. I thought she did an amazing job. I thought there was so much going on, so many undertones. I know you haven't seen it, so I don't want to ruin it. But my husband would have rather watched anything else. I think it's genuinely, in his mind, he's come to a male-female differentiation that women seem to like it more than men do. Probably because we look at it a lot differently than some of the men have. But we did watch Hokum the other night. Now that movie was intense. That one was very Inception-y. At the ending, he's convinced one way and I'm convinced the other. So it was pretty good. You have to check both of those ones out.
Hokum, and you said there's a meaning behind the name Hokum, which is
bullshit.
Which is so weird.
I know. He was sitting there and then he just randomly says the title of the movie, and I was like, wait, The only thing that I would say right there is bullshit. So I Googled it and sure, yep, that's what it is.
Oh boy. So we do have some updates as well of what's been going on with the Fetus and some both some products and some horror conventions that we have coming up. And so I think the first one that I'll talk about, and of course, if you're listening right now and you've got questions, it doesn't have to be about the Fetus. It can be about horror filmmaking. It can be about what was like working with some of our actors. It could be about horror film production. It can be about our experience at horror conventions, social media, what Ali does for us. Okay. There's a whole bunch of range of questions. If you guys want to go ahead and enter them, like feel free to do so. Ali is checking on our socials of Instagram, and we're also streaming. I believe we're streaming to Facebook as well right now.
Check and double check and make sure. But you know what we do need to do? We need to tell everybody how they win every 15 minutes. We haven't told them this time. Yes. What they got to do?
Go ahead, Ali. Go ahead. You can tell them.
I got to check and see if we're live. Doesn't look like you connect to Facebook. Oh.
Okay. Well, our main thing is
Instagram.
So I'm going to okay.
Anyways, for those of you who are new around here, if you want to get entered to win in this drawing every 15 minutes, all you have to do is in that comment section, tag a friend. Every time you tag somebody, you get entered. And then every 15 minutes, Joe likes to reach into the now named swag bag, thanks to Brett Wagner, and pick out one prize.
All right. So we are now streaming on Facebook. So thank you for that, Ali. So you guys just bear with us. This is literally our second time doing this on StreamYard. We have migrated from Instagram to now StreamYard, which feeds to both Instagram and Facebook, and eventually we will do X and other places like that, because there's certain things that we have to meet for requirements to stream on other platforms. But a new product that has come out, because you guys have seen the hardcover of the Fetus, Delivering the Fetus, which is how to make a killer low-budget horror film with practical effects. We now have the paperback version. This is going to go live. This is much more affordable. It's $10 less than the hardcover version, and so this is something where I'm trying to get this out to as many people as possible and inspire the next generation of horror filmmakers. This has literally been called by some influencers a horror Bible, and now one of the influencers that we have worked with, she is working on directing her first movie. And she's using this book as a blueprint, and she's creating pitch decks and going out figuring out how to talk to investors and all that. So that's very exciting. That's why I wrote this book. Steve Sapienza is also mentioned in this book. We're going to bring him on in a few minutes here, in about 3 minutes to be exact. So we also, of course, we have horror conventions coming up. So we have HorrorCon LA. That is our next one. That is next weekend, going to be in Los Angeles. Apparently, that's a really big one. It's at a convention center, LA Convention Center. So a lot of the horror actors in that area, they go and they have booths and they do autographs. Hopefully, Bill Mosey is going to be there because he's the LA native.
Well, keep him away from the cactuses.
Yeah, he injured himself from touching a cactus, falling, not breaking his hip, but doing something with his hip.
He went on a walk and he tripped on the sidewalk and hit a cactus.
Yeah, but I mean, accidents happen. So, hopefully he's going to be there. So, and of course, we also have 2 other horror conventions coming up. It's going to be Detroit and then one other one, which I forget, Ali. So you'll have to remind me. So
Days of the Dead, Las Vegas.
Days of the Dead, Las Vegas. Yes, where I am at. So we also have, of course, we do our little commercial thing here, which is the Fetus Mystery Box. So we sell this every month. It only runs for about a week. And if you do this, if you get this, it includes free shipping, We put some Fetus items in here. There's horror items, collectibles. Sometimes they are signed items that you can't get anywhere else. And if you do it, what happens is you get entered into a drawing. I'm gonna have to pull this off here because this right here, I'm destroying myself. This right here is you get hand painted. If you are drawn from purchasing the Fetus mystery box, you get, if you're drawn as a winner, you get hand painted right here alongside Bill Moseley, Lauren Lavera, and the other cast, and of course the big Fetus behind, and we print it and ship it to you. So
Still jealous.
It's something you cannot buy anywhere, and it's the only way you can get it is if you get a mystery box. So
you can't. I can't even buy it. I tried.
Yeah, that's right. Ali cannot buy it. I'm gonna rebuild my set here. So okay, so well, let's bring on Steve now. Okay, so
ready?
I wish there was a drum roll or some music or something. Well, actually, Steve, before we bring you on, I'm going to share a clip.
Hang on, let me see if there's media while we're doing that.
I'm going to share a clip of the scene that Steve is in the Fetus. Okay, here we go.
Jackson, you copy? Jackson, hey! Hey, drop it! Officer Harden, you good?
All right, that's it. That's it. I can't play anymore.
I'll remove it. Don't worry, Joe. I got this.
Okay, got it.
All right, you ready? I think I figured it out. Hang on.
All right.
I found a drum roll, Joe.
Awesome. So,
now we know for future reference.
Steve, good to have you with us. How have you been?
Oh, it's good to be here. It's been a while.
I know. The last time we met was back in Pennsylvania. It was a little town called Tafton, where we filmed in this kind of big cabin. And just please share a little bit about your background. I share with everyone that it's
and what this has to do with you,
stuntman. So please share a little bit more about yourself.
Originally in high school, I was an artist, and I got kind of like tired of pursuing that, and it was just sort of suggested to me another creative medium was acting. So I got into acting and, bit by the acting bug, did that for a while. But ever since I was little, I always loved stunts. Like I'd watch the action movies and the horror movies with my dad. And, he was like, they're not really doing that. I'm like, well, I want to be the guy who does that. So found my way out of acting and into stunts and just loved it ever since.
Awesome. So, in terms of your work, what are you most drawn to in terms of some of the roles that you've been in?
I love horror. Horror has always been like my favorite genre of movies. I wish I could do more of it, but I was lucky enough to get to work with you and the cast crew on this. And the thing I just loved the most was all the use of practical effects that you did. And like that head scene is just like, it's iconic, and it turned out so great. Seeing my head for the first time was a trip.
Right here. Look at how far that goes, Steve. So what was it like when you first saw this?
It was wild because I didn't know how you guys were going to do it. Because only to my knowledge, the way you could get something of like that quality was by doing a head cast, and you just wanted like a couple of headshots and like all the different angles, and it's just amazing how they put that together.
Yeah, and I mean this is a they had to actually attach the spine. We had to buy the spine separately and connect it, you know. So and the hair and everything, you know. So, but you know, you also were able to fire, you know, a weapon as well. So, you know, what was that like in, like, you know, in terms of your training? You know, is that something you've trained for, you've done often, and you know, in terms of safety as well? Can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, it is. It's something I've trained in quite a bit. It goes along with most of like the usual henchman kind of roles that I'm in. Also getting killed, just not quite as epically as this. You know, sometimes I'm lucky enough to get, you know, squibbed, have you know, some little blood explosions, but getting to use the weapons and the firearms is always a plus and like an exciting bonus when you get to do it. So I was glad to do it on this. And we were using a little bit heavier of rounds of blanks than we normally do to get the flashbang and the sound exactly how we wanted it. And our stunt coordinator, Ronan James, was he's always so professional and like so precise about safety on set. So we had like our safety meeting outside, and it's great that we were in this cabin in like the middle of the woods, where, you know, hearing a gun go off is probably no surprise to any neighbors.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, because when you were firing it, right, all the smoke is coming out and everything, and it's like, but of course, nothing's really coming out, right? Do you know what's happening there as well?
Yeah, so during the safety meeting, they'll shine a light down the barrel of the gun, and as long as you don't see the light coming out of it, you know that it's plugged up properly. The only thing that does come out of it, and you know, I got to watch for it, and the crew nearby kind of have to watch for it, is the shells do go flying out, and they are pretty hot.
Okay.
Was that your first time getting decapitated?
Yes, it was my first time being decapitated.
Sorry, we had a fan asking if that was your first time being decapitated or not.
Yeah, I was doing a quick technical thing here as well, real quick. I'm sorry, I have to do this. Okay, so now what is next for you? You know, what are you looking forward to for projects coming up?
I'm trying to get into more horror. I do like the independent projects. I feel like there's a lot more passion behind those. Like I said, I like the practical effects. I do have experience in like creature work, so you know, getting to put on like that makeup is always very exciting. So, you know, something different. I've been working a little bit on a show called The Hunting Party. It sort of took the place of The Blacklist, so that's been fun.
Oh, it's a script from The Blacklist.
No, it's sort of following the same procedural way things are done on the show. But
okay.
Now that Blacklist ended, this sort of, you know, jumped into their spot.
Gotcha. When you say blacklist, there's two different meanings to it. So for
right.
Yeah, so like, you know, for directors or writer directors, the blacklist is something where the industry votes on the best screenplays that are unproduced. So it's called the black. So that's what I thought you were talking about, Steve. So
He's talking about the TV show, Joe.
So, but what I want to do now is, while we still have you on, before we move to Rob of Phoenix Toys, what I want to do is do some of the giveaways with you. We missed the first giveaway at the 15-minute mark. Okay, so we're gonna do one right now. So if you can help us out, Steve. So we pull
All
from
right.
here. Okay. This is the Fetus tote bag, one of them.
The swag bag.
There's
The swag bag.
stuff in here. As you can see, I've been accumulating more stuff. Okay. And Ali's got the wheel going. And so
Trying to get it on the screen right now. See if it'll.
for everyone watching right now, what you have to do to be eligible is you have to tag a friend. Okay? That's very important. So Ali is going to pick. Ali, had they been tagging? I just want to make sure.
They've been tagging.
Tagging. Okay, great. Awesome. So, and then what you're going to do, Steve, is you're going to count down. I'm going to have you count down from 5, okay? And my hand is going to go in, okay? And pull out something. I don't know what it is. There's like a dozen items in here, okay? So,
I'm gonna shuffle this
You
first
ready?
because there's a lot of Lucky Etch sketch on here again.
Ali, you ready?
I'm ready.
Steve, you ready?
All right.
Okay, here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right,
Drum roll.
I'm pulling something out here. This is kind of big. Oh, this is Ghost Space.
You've got this address, Joe.
Dang. Obsessed with horror.
Yeah, Noel won again. That's what happens if you continue to participate. You continue to
Oh my
win
God.
stuff.
But that's what happens when you come on, okay? And you can win just by participating. So this also has a strap. This is a bag. You can, adjustable strap. You can wear it, take it out with you. Okay. So how cool is that? So we got people writing awesome, congrats and all that.
And here you guys go. I'm closing this all out. We're starting over fresh.
All right. So I think what we're gonna do, Ali, is we can only for the mini giveaways. It's only you can only win it once during our lives. Okay.
Once per night.
Otherwise, we're gonna have like people winning 2 or 3 times. Last time we had someone win 2 in
The
a row.
whole night.
So that is a new policy I've just right now just implemented. So
I
All
don't think Noel would be upset.
So Joe, what was your first reaction seeing the head?
I saw it before we went on set because the special effects makeup artist was creating it, took photos, was sending it to me. I'm like, yeah, that's great. It's gonna pass as Steve, So it was much bloodier, of course, when we actually filmed it, and just like blood just came pouring out like a geyser, which was awesome. So yeah, so I was excited. I was very happy with the way it turned out. I was really happy with your performance, Steve, and looking forward to making another one. Of course, you died, so I don't know if we can bring you back, but we'll see. You never know. So, all right. So
If I'm on heavy makeup, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe we need some more demons. I don't know.
But Steve, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it, and good to see you after.
For having me. It was great seeing you guys.
Okay. All right. Tell everyone how they can follow you as well.
You can follow me on all the social media at Steve Saps, SAPZ. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. Glad you're all enjoying the film.
All right. Awesome, Steve. Thank you so much.
All right, take care.
Have a good night. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So we have now our next guest. His name is Rob Fleck, and he's the owner of Phoenix Comic Toys, and he creates all these figurines like I shared with you earlier. This is a new product that is coming out, and there's a bunch of really cool, like I said, figurines here. I'm going to pull them out as we have them come on. So
Lucky just got a good question for you, though, Joe.
Hey,
How many of your friends do you have body parts of laying around your house?
I'll have to count.
That's a problem.
But for questions, yeah, please write your questions. Ali will record them if you can, Ali. And at the end of our show, we will answer as many questions as possible, as we wrap it up. So Rob, good to have you on with us, but really quick, what we want to do first off, if you can help us do the next giveaway, because we're catching up a little bit, okay? And then we'll get into your segment. All right.
All right.
Hang on, I'm just trying to catch up on all the tags.
So keep tagging, everybody. Keep tagging. All right. We're gonna do our next giveaway here, and Rob is gonna help us. Okay. So you guys ready? Are you tagging? Are you tagging? The more you tag, the better, because it increases your chances of winning. Okay.
Yeah, to make sure Noel's name doesn't pop back up again.
Yes, Noel, you're unable to win again. Okay, so and if you're just joining us, we just did our first giveaway. We had the winner here. Noel won a ghost face bag, and we have Rob Fleck, who his segment is coming up with some figurines, and he's going to help us do our second giveaway of the night. Okay, so we ready? Ali, you ready?
1 second, almost.
Ali's almost ready.
All right, we're calling it quits at this point. I just got to delete the spaces in between, and then we're good.
All right, Rob, are you ready? You're going to do a countdown from 5 all the way down to 1, okay?
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Hang on, wait until I put it on the screen.
The
Or is it
wheel's
on?
coming up. We got the wheel coming up. We got the swag bag right here that was named by Brett Wagner.
You got to follow the rules. When Leatherface tells you to do something, you do it.
Ali's pulling it up.
Almost
almost there.
done.
Definitely.
Almost.
Almost
I
there.
can only move so fast, guys.
Are you entering them in? Is that
It's
it?
a big head and little arms.
The swag bag is getting antsy here. It's getting really antsy.
You know, Brett's a lot nicer than the swag bag is, I swear. All right. Add to stage. There we go.
Okay, here we go. All right, Rob,
All
you're
right.
on.
Do I
Can't-
start? I just would start counting.
Whatever you say, go.
From
All right.
5 down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, I'm pulling something out here. I'm pulling out a kind of a bigger thing. Oh,
I can't
this
read.
is, who knows what this is? Who knows what this is? I'm getting too close to the camera. Who knows what this is?
Hang on, I can't tell.
You go right in the chat. Right, you guys got to write in the chat. What is this? What is this?
It's a small image on my end.
Really hard for me to.
I'm looking to see who's who.
Oh, I know what that is.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't give away the answer, though. We got to figure out if anybody in the
Purge
chat
mask, yes.
knows
That
what
crazy
that is.
nerdy short girl. It is the Purge mask. Congratulations to official Ashton Lee Thompson. This is going to you. Okay, so congratulations for that. Now let's get on to our next segment with Rob Fleck. So Rob, thank you for being so gracious, hanging on, helping us with our next giveaway. Okay, so Rob, please share with us a little bit about what you do in terms of your involvement with horror merchandise and the filmmakers that you work with.
Well, all right. Well, I do Phoenix Comics Toys, which is my Etsy shop. I make the merchandise for, originally started as horror hosts. So I have over 93 contracted horror hosts that I make little figurines for, like the figurines that I've made for Fetus here. Just recently started branching out into the independent horror movies, if you will. With Joe Lam's Fetus, I've got Big and Funky Vinny Vineyards. We are doing a 2-pack for the Showdown in Secret City. Just recently did one for the film Crust, which I actually have right here. They did that for the film Crust, which is with Sean Whalen, Daniel Roebuck, Rebecca Kennedy, all sorts of really awesome people. But again, yeah, I make these figurines. I got in touch with through Ali and Mr. Joe here to make these figures for the Fetus, and I think we came up with something pretty fun. Did you? Yeah, I see you received yours. Your package arrived safe, Mr. Joe?
Yes, I'm going to share right now with everybody watching. Check.
I haven't even seen it yet.
Look at that. This is the later stage Fetus. This is Rob's design right here. So it's not available yet because this is literally the demo or the the first
Prototype.
one, but we are going to have them in stock eventually, and so this is a little precursor. I just wanted to show off some of what you've created, Rob. And if you want to talk and share, what was it like? Just either you could talk about how it was like working with me to create this, or in general with other horror filmmakers to create figurines. What is the process like to discuss when you first do that?
Well, I mean, working with you guys has been fantastic. Communication's always key. So to get answers, and when I send demo videos and the process as we're sculpting, working along the way, it really helps to get quick responses back. That way we can work faster on the project, as well as I don't sit with sculpting for too long. I like to create a project. I wait too long on something sometimes. I don't want to say that lose it in start to mud up the process. I like to say 80% let it go. So once you guys are happy with it, I move forward. So as soon as I get approval from my hosts or my stars, we move on to our next stages. I saw that you had said we were going to explain some of the stages, so I just brought a couple examples. So when I make my cast copies, they come out as solid white, and then I paint them, clear coat them. All the printing boxes I've got, all of our two. This that'll come from your and
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing you, Rob. You're cutting in and out.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit, Rob.
Had to be close to that. I apologize.
It happens.
And then what I'm showing here, Rob, is just in case anyone who has seen the movie will know this moment. I told Rob, we've got to have this moment in there. So, but Rob, please share what is it like? What is your process to actually create these? Then, what materials do you use? How do you sculpt it? And then paint it, right?
Each one is hand sculpted using clay. And once we get to a finished process, I create a mold of the original clay sculpt that I then cast. So like an example of a casted, so this is the Fetus stage 1. So that's before painting. And then being painted. And then I am a made to order process. So I usually have a couple on hand that are casted. But everything takes about a 2 to 3 week turnaround for me, especially Etsy orders, customer orders, star orders. I stay pretty busy. So I'm 2 to 3 weeks turnaround. Etsy is mainly my go-to shop. I try to do the conventions as much as possible. I really appreciate when you guys do the conventions and you're at the tables. It helps. I can't thank you enough for that, Mr. Joe, Ali.
Of course.
Yeah, so we're going to be showcasing your figurines for the first time at HorrorCon LA next weekend. So if anyone's listening, you're in Los Angeles, please come by. We're going to have a booth there, and these are all going to be there on display. And I want to share. This is one of the coolest ones too, because I was telling Rob, it would be great to see moments from the movie, and if you recognize this moment from the movie, it is Demon Alessa, played by Lauren Levera, on top of her boyfriend Chris, played by Julian Curtis. Okay, so it's like it's a 2-in-1 here, So, and we're gonna have the entire box set.
So how are they going to be sold? Everybody's asking.
Well, and also there's going to be like blind boxes as well, where you can get 2 in a box, and these are all Rob's designs for the packaging as well. And so we are going to have it, like I said, at the conventions. We're also going to have it on our website. Rob has it on his Etsy store as well. So there's going to be a variety of places where you can get them. So so just stay on our email lists or on our social media, and you'll hear about it. Okay. So
there's also there will be 2 exclusive items to the Baraboo Toy Soldier Shop in Baraboo, Wisconsin.
Yes, there will be.
Yeah, shout out to Baraboo. And
that's one thing to look out for is we do have 2 items. We have a novelty item, and then we have a finger puppet that will be available at the Baraboo shop. Or of course from Joe. If you find Mr. Joe and he happens to
I have to say, Rob, I opened the package today, and this is for everyone listening right now. I opened the package that Rob was just talking about, and it freaked me out. I don't even know if we can show it on here.
Do it. I want to see it.
It's 18 and up.
Can I see it?
I'll show a part of it, okay?
But they don't even need to know what it is. They don't need to know.
I opened this thing, right? And I'm just going to show the end of it, okay? Yeah. I opened this thing not knowing. Rob didn't tell me he was creating a
I knew.
No idea, okay? I cannot show the front end, okay? I pop it open, and this thing jumps out at me. It freaked me out. I was like,
"Can you open it?"
So this is, but oh yeah, you got me, Rob. You got me with that. So totally surprised me. Very, very pleasant surprise. So, but that's a special item at Baraboo Toy Store in Wisconsin. So I didn't know they were creating it, but I'm totally cool with it. So,
yes, we got approval. I heard it.
so the green light to make a larger item. So Brennan,
a life-size one of that. Yes.
Right. Yeah, something fun,
Yeah, and I feel bad that everyone watching doesn't fully understand what that is, but it's just something that pops out of there. And if you've seen the fetus, then you already kind of know what's going to pop out of there.
Yeah.
Or hint. Okay. So Rob, what is next for you? What are you looking forward to? You have any other films that you're doing figurines for? So please share.
Yes, I'm doing another 2-pack it's a film called Showdown in Secret City, and that's done by Big and Funky, which is Vinny Vineyard. They're putting out, this would be the 4th 2-pack that we've created, and it's going to be, he calls it the Smoky Mountain Chronicles. It was originally going to be a 6-film set, but I've been told that he's been greenlight for a 7th film. So we're working on the 4th film currently. There will be 3 more, and all of these films connect.
Wow.
Yes, he is quite the scriptwriter, I must say, to have created this Harry Potter universe of sorts, if you will. You know what I mean? He's got his own Fantastic Beast world that he's making. It's really neat, really cool to be a part of. I just released the Crust figurine with Sean Whalen. I just actually released that this morning. So the Crust figurine, if you've got Tubi, check out Crust. I think they did a phenomenal job with that movie, especially given his budget. I loved your book, by the way. I do have the hardcover right here. Absolutely a great book. Lots of cool insights. I thought the thing I found really interesting was the chapter you wrote about finding your funding. And the lady that gave you that first 100K, like, how cool was that over a cup of hot cocoa?
Yeah.
I mean, talk about right place, right time, huh? You never really know.
Yeah, and that's so I've raised money, and I've never shared this before, but I've probably raised money from over 30 investors for different businesses, specifically real estate, other industries, car rental business, things like that. But to do it for a feature film, which is my passion, my dream, because I'd only made short films leading up to that. I mean, that was a moment that just like changed my life forever. So yeah, and I'm grateful that that particular investor believed in this project enough, the story behind it, and we just keep pushing it out there. No pun intended, pushing out the fetus. So, but thank you for sharing that about the book and delivering the fetus, Rob. So, thank you for getting it.
I think you put a really nice novel out here. I hope that more people read it because it does have a lot of cool tips and fun insights.
And really the goal with the book is to create more horror filmmakers, to be honest. So those of you watching, if that's you, if you ever thought about, or wanted to make a horror movie, consider getting this. Paperback is going to be only $19.99. So it's not live on the website yet. It will be this weekend. So, all right. But, okay. So Rob, I think we're going to do our last giveaway. And if you can help with that as well. But before we do so, I do have to mention, this is our little commercial break here, which is our mystery boxes. Okay. Our mystery boxes. This is the Fetus mystery box. Eventually we're going to have a really cool logo design on here that we're going to get that says Fetus mystery box. But this is something where you get between 5 to 8 items. It's the fetus items, merchandise, also non-fetus, which is like horror items that are thrown into here. There's always apparel. Either it's going to be a shirt or a hat, something that you can wear besides other really cool stuff in there. No box is ever the same. So it's always going to be different. It's always going to be rotating. I'm always buying new horror stuff. So if you've seen the stuff from our grab bag, you'll know some of these items may show up in the Fetus mystery box. And the coolest thing about it is when you buy a Fetus mystery box, you get entered into a drawing for your chance to be hand painted into this right here. This is the Fetus poster. And you go right here. You actually get to choose a weapon of your choice. The last person who chose a weapon, her name is Tiffany, and she chose a machete. I'm waiting for someone to pick a bazooka, to be honest, because that would be really cool. As long as it's a weapon, our artist Tony Vingle, who's TVart7, at TVart7, that's her social media handle, she will draw you and your weapon into this, and you're going to be, like I said, alongside Bill Mosley, Lauren Lavera. We've got Julian Curtis, Evan Towell here. Okay, so and then it gets printed and shipped to you for free. Okay, you cannot buy this. There's absolutely no way to buy this. So you have to get a Fetus mystery box that is on our website. Just go to the fetusfilm.com/shop. Okay, so all right. So there's that. So Rob, before we close you out, we're going to have you help us with the third and final mini giveaway leading up to our big live announcement of the big grand prize winner of the Ultimate Horror Giveaway. Okay, so here we go again. Ali, are you ready? Has everyone been tagging? I hope you guys have been tagging.
They have. Time's up.
Pull the drums.
Okay, here we go.
Hang on, I gotta add it to the stage. Where is it?
This fucker right here. The swag bag. The swag bag is getting antsy, as usual. All right.
Yeah, it likes to do that.
This thing keeps getting heavy. I'm gonna work out with it eventually, So.
You're the one who keeps filling it.
Okay, here we go. All right.
Shuffle. All right.
And we need a name for the wheel. For those of you listening, watching, if you come up with a name for the wheel, you'll get immortalized. We'll, come up with the name of the wheel. Okay. We've got the swag bag already. Okay, Rob, are you ready? Count down from 5. Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
All right.
You're on.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit it.
I'm pulling something out. I don't know what
Keeps
it is.
raising. I feel like somebody cheated.
Pinner. It's so small, I can't see what it says.
I feel like my hand is stuck. Okay,
Dennis.
Dennis?
You are getting. This is a. Okay, this thing is cool. I like this. If I were to win this, I would be pretty happy. I have to open it, Dennis. Unfortunately, this is your prize, but I do have to open it because I have to show everybody what it is. Okay, but you are getting this thing. This is. If you recognize it a little bit, you might know what it is. It's upside down, and it's folded. But this is a Halloween.
I was thinking. Looks like
pillow cover.
nice.
Okay. Doesn't love Halloween, classic film. Okay, John Carpenter, one of my favorite horror directors of all time. Okay, so the only thing is you have to supply the pillow. The only thing. Okay, so when I first bought this, I thought it came with a pillow, but unfortunately, it did not. You, as long as you get a pillow, you can get a pillow for like less than $10, right? Cover it with this. It'll unzip, and you can take it off. You can wash it and all that. Okay, but that's going to you. All right. So for those of you who won, congratulations, and please DM us with your address. Okay. And you guys are lucky because eventually we're gonna have we may charge for shipping for the winners, but so far we have not. Shipping is absolutely free for all the giveaway winners. Okay, so you guys are in luck. Okay, all right. So Rob, any last things you want to share with us before you go?
Thank you for having me. Make sure you look out for this Fetus figurines and Fetus merchandise from Phoenix Comics Toys. I appreciate it, guys.
All right. Thank you, Rob.
Thanks for joining us, Rob.
Have a good one, you guys.
All right. Okay, we are coming down to the end of our show. We've only got, 10 minutes left. So this segment we always save for Q&A. So if you have questions, if you've already submitted them, Ali's going to fire them off. If you have new questions, please put it in the chat.
We need new questions because the couple of questions that we did have, I have asked already.
Oh, okay. Did you? Oh, you asked it live already, right, Ali?
Yes, I did. And then we do have a couple people asking for specific updates regarding the DVD.
Okay. The DVD, it has taken a long time. We've had a lot of people asking about it, but finally, and I don't know why it took so long. We were told by your distributor that the DVD manufacturer was really backlogged with a lot of projects, but now June 16th is the date that the Fetus DVD releases. It's going on up to 60 online platforms. We are not able to sell it, but we will put a link on our website, thefetusfilm.com, for you to get it. So we'll put a variety of links, I guess, like the top sites where people buy DVDs from, and you can get it from those stores. So that's pretty cool. I know it's been a long time, but we're excited that it's finally coming out. So I do see some questions here, Ali. Do you want to ask them? Let me see.
I'm still scrolling down looking to make sure I didn't miss any.
Okay, so I do see something here from Lucky Etch is asking which character name was hardest for you to settle on. I like the bit about the names in the book. Oh, yeah. So thank you for getting the book and delivering the Fetus. The hardest name to settle on. Boy, names are actually a lot of fun. Coming up with character names is a lot of fun for me because I could share a little bit about my thoughts of creating names as well, which is creating Alessa. She's part demon, half human, half demon. So I want a lot of S's in the name. So that's why Alessa, there's 2 S's in there. Cerise, who was her mother, has 2 sets of S's. Cerise, because she's more powerful. She's full on demon. And we have Maddox, who's, when I created the name Maddox, he's kind of an angry guy in the movie. So he's mad as an ox, mad ox. I put those together. And then there's Chris, who is the boyfriend. And Maddox has a background as a religious person. He's Christian. And, he turned away from his faith. When he sees Chris, it's a reminder of his faith. But Chris is not named Christian because he's not a full Christian. We don't even know his religion. But when he says the name Chris, he's like half of a Christian and kind of like half of a man. So he treats him as not a full man in the story. So, but I think the hardest to create, I think it was Maddox, I think, because I was like, how do I get this guy, for people to feel I get a sense of, his personality type, like right off the bat. And so when you hear the word Maddox, you're saying the word mad right away. And so I think that was the more difficult one. The other ones, like they came more natural. So good question about that. So
What inspired you to write The Fetus?
the inspiration was to create something that I'd never seen before in a horror movie or any movie in general. Because a lot of times I have trouble watching movies because it feels like the stories retread the same kind of storylines, the characters, and it's just like, boy, how can we just have something new and fresh and exciting? And so this was very difficult to come up with because I had to dig down deep and like trying to look at all the horror films that I've seen and like, what haven't I seen? And I'm like, well, a lot of times there's always the villain here chasing after the human, and it's a supernatural entity or a ghost or a demon or whatever it is, but they're always separate. And so I was like, why don't I merge the two together? And what freaks women out, right? What could I didn't start with women, but what would freak anybody out? And it's something coming out of the body that you can't control. That's not human, but it's half human. And what do you do with that? What's the moral dilemma to figure out how you deal with this thing that it's bad coming out, but maybe there's a chance for it to be good. So I wanted that debate in there. And also I was like, what's happening in our country right now? The whole big divide in our nation with the pro-choice, pro-life debate that goes back and forth. And it's honestly still not settled yet, and so it's just, I wanted to, touch on things and themes that people can relate to, understand, and have fears about, and just something that I hadn't also never seen before as well. And I didn't want something that was just pure evil all the way, but something that's like, hey, maybe this could be good, right? And that's where you get that moral dilemma to make that decision. So good question.
What was your favorite part of making The Fetus?
Favorite part is being on set. That is literally, that's a great question. Literally the greatest experience I could ever have living on this planet, living in this body, is being on a set directing a movie. I know it sounds strange. It's really weird to say that, but it is just the honest truth. And I do everything possible to get back to that place. And I actually force myself to not work on other people's projects, because when I'm on someone else's project, I'm just like, I want to be the one directing. And directors are one of the few individuals who go on set. Everybody else goes on set a lot more. The cinematographers, producers, production assistants, location scouts, because they get hired on project to project. They move from project to project. When you're a director, especially a writer-director, I mean, you'll work on a project and then years go by before you can work on your next one because it takes so long to finish, unless you hand it off to somebody else and you don't care about the end result. But, like myself and other, indie artists, like we care so much that this literally took this was a 5-year journey of making this. And I would do it all over again to just be on set. And right now, actually writing my next project, which I actually plan to take to the studios instead of going the indie route. But The Fetus will probably, it's not The Fetus, but if we do The Fetus 2, that will probably go the indie route again, just to retain the purity of it, because you can do it on a lower budget than you can do for like sci-fi genre.
I was gonna say it's a sci-fi one you were talking about.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So, but great question. So we're coming close to the end here. But let's do one last question before we announce the big giveaway prize. Right?
What is the hardest thing about choosing the right actor for a role?
The hardest thing about choosing the right actor. It is getting their essence. It is making sure it's not the outside appearance. It's not how they look. Yes, how they look is important, but it's not the primary reason. is not the color of their skin, is not so much their culture, their background. Is I try not to see the colors of the outward appearance. The only color I want is actually red, and that is the beating heart inside of somebody. And if they can emote in a way that can make other people feel the authentic human emotions of what's going on with the characters in that moment, then it doesn't matter what anybody looks like on the surface. Okay, that's why you have certain movies where they're all robots, like Wall-E, right? It's still, you like feel for this robot. Okay, it's
Yeah,
not.
I cried. I'll admit it.
Yeah, yeah. So Ali, you know, so it's really if the actor can emote in a way where it grabs my heart. It's not my mind. It grabs my heart, and I'm like, oh my god, that did something to me. That pulled my emotions, and that is the thing that I look for in casting. And as we shared before in other lives, that it was 7,500 actors to find Lauren Lavera, and also about 3,500 actors to find Julian Curtis, who plays Chris. And so it's a daunting task, but if you want what's right for the story, like you're gonna have to go through that. So we're gonna wrap it up now, and I do want to do one last shout out, of course. Before we do the announcement, this is your last chance to get the mystery box. Okay, it ends at midnight tonight Pacific, which is going to be 3 a.m. in Eastern Standard Time. You get this free shipping. You get 5 to 8 items, and of course, if you do, you get to be in a random drawing to be hand painted by our artist Tony Vingle in the poster. It gets printed and shipped to you. You are immortalized forever with your weapon of choice. Okay, but now, and to get it, you go to thefetusfilm.com/shop. But now, Ali, let's select the grand prize winner of the Ultimate Horror Giveaway. Okay?
Dun, dun, dun. Do you want a drum roll this time?
I don't know. How do you can do the drum roll. That's a clap. There we go. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Just running. That's just.
It takes forever. It just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling, and then it'll stop.
Well, congratulations. We have Brandy Robertson. Whether you're watching tonight or not, Brandy Robertson, you are the winner of the grand prize of the Ultimate Horror Giveaway. And that was for the, what was it called again?
Mayhem in May.
Mayhem in May. Okay. You're going to get a whole bundle of horror merchandise, collectibles, shipped right to you. Okay. But Brandy, you have 30 days to collect. Okay. It's 30 days to validate that you're the winner. So email us. You can email me directly, joe@thefetusfilm.com. So that's it for our show. Thank you for everyone for watching. Thank you to our special guests that came on, Steve Sapienza, Rob Fleck, and of course, Ali, thank you to you for helping to host.
Of course.
Usual. All right. So we will see you again next month. We'll do this again, not 4th of July, but the weekend after. Okay. So stay on our email list and you could be the next winner. All right.
See you guys next month.